We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins, the eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the RAA NPL match here between Campbelltown City visiting Playford Patriots. It is round 3 of the NPL series. I'm your host David Grant and I'll just take you through the lineups. Campbelltown City start as follows. In goal, number 20, Matthew Centofanti. Number 5, Adam Liam Bruno. Number 6, James Boffa. Number 8, Alex Mullen, the captain. Number 9 is Mark Marino. 11, Josh Morey. 13 is Javin Way Alec. 14 is Adam Piscineri. 16 is Harvey Steele. And 23, Kabena Apia Kubi. And Playford Patriots line up as follows. In goal, Robson D'Souza. Number 1. Number 3, Braden French. Number 4, Sean Harvey, the captain. Number 6 is Isaac Mullen. 7, Santiago Tabares. 8, Samuel Voigt. 10 is Daniel Ryan. Number 19, Ben Willard. Number 20, Ethan Allgate. 22, Melad Ahmed. And coming into the squad after an absence last round, number 14, Xavier Pratt. He was a substitute, came on in the 60th minute, and obviously did enough to impress coach Ben Moore to get a start this week. Playford Patriots sit fourth in the table with 1 win and 1 loss after the first 2 rounds. And Campbelltown City had a difficult start, opening up with a 3-0 loss to Metro Stars at this ground here in round 1. 3-0 loss that one was. And then in round 2 had a 3-0 draw with West Torrens Burculla Alex Mullen, Mark Marino and Javin Wialik were the goal scorers that day. Playford Patriots coming off a massive win in round 2, which was a fortnight ago. We have had the Australia Cup in the meantime, but 2 weeks ago they had an 8-1 win against Para Hills Knights. Daniel Ryan with a hat-trick, Isaac Mullen with a hat-trick, and Santiago Tabarez scored 2. I'm your host, David Grant. I'll be taking you through the next 90 minutes of football frenzy, and joining me here in the executive commentary suite, Simon Jimenez. Simon, how are you?
Going very well.
Good,
pleasure
man.
to be in the executive commentary suite with you here.
Yeah, I like to big it up.
No, pleasure to be here. Great view of the field, and a bit of an interesting storyline too, I guess, with the State League 1 finals champions and the RAA NPLSA champions here this afternoon. Some movement obviously with the games due to the really hot day yesterday, but me personally, I'm not mad at the Sunday Arvo kickoff. Not a bad way to finish off the weekend.
No, it's absolutely. It's a great sort of afternoon kick-off time, and it's a nice cool day. I mean, we have had those hot days. So it was very difficult, wasn't it? Very difficult to do anything when it's 40 odd degrees. And then we had a little bit of rain last night, cooled down, and it's very pleasant this afternoon. I mean, it's a little bit breezy. The colour flags don't suggest that, but the trees will tell you another story. It is a bit breezy out there, and time will tell if that has an effect on the game. Referee today is Tom Brinkworth, and he's assisted by Joseph Bajewski and Ellie Seaton on the far side. And Mr. Brinkworth gets us underway. Santiago Tabarez with the kick, and Playford have possession.
Had the pleasure of being at the game at Jack Smith Park, which was Campbelltown's last outing. That ended up being 3-3. And it was an absolute belter of a game, really exciting, I've got to say.
That was the West Torrens Bacalla game?
It was.
Yeah.
Primetime Bacalla, as I heard one of our other co-commentators say a little bit earlier this round.
Primetime Bacalla?
Yeah. It was an absolute cracker of a game, but on that, Campbelltown showed a fair bit of grit, but it's one of those games that even though they shared points, it probably might have felt like a bit of a loss to them, given, the fact that West Torrens Bacalla have just come into that top flight, and they just looked really, really comfortable at a bit more in a scrappy game. So I think Campbelltown will be going out today with a bit to prove and get that first win of the year.
And here they come down the right hand side. He's looking for a cross, didn't quite make it. Adam Leon Bruno with it now. Try away Alec. Out wide. Claims for a foul. James Karachi, the player there, wins the throw-in.
Second start for Campbelltown. I believe his first was in that last round against West Torrens Bacalla. Came from the Adelaide United youth system and into the side here for Campbelltown.
There's another chance to get the ball here, but Sean Harvey gets it, and eventually Playford clear. Mullen with it now. Uses the body well, finds J-Way Alec. Javin Way Alec, Solomon Islander international, and a goal scorer last time they played. Here's James Karachi with the ball now.
Staging a bit of a takeover locally, the Solomon Islands players.
And that's a shot that, for a moment, sorry Simon.
Yeah, right.
For a moment looked like it might have drifted in, but held up by the wind. Sorry, I interrupted you, on you go.
I was just saying the Solomon Islands players were seem to make a bit of a splash here locally, which is exciting.
Yeah, it's great to have them here, and I think they add a little bit of, an extra dimension to the play to have internationalists playing here. Goal kick for Campbelltown, Centofanti with it, goes long. Mullen with the flick on, he does them so well, but just a bit heavy, and it goes all the way through to Playford's keeper De Souza. Sean Harvey finds Braden French, back to Harvey, and cleared. Daniel Ryan. Karachi gets the better of him. Adam Pichineri finds Harvey Steele in the middle, and eventually Campbelltown have it. Adam Liam Bruno goes centre to Alex Mullen. He's hammered from behind by Tabarez, but the referee waves play on, and Playford come away with it. 3v3, 3v4 now, and 3v5 now as Campbelltown get their players back. Tabarez with the ball at the edge of the box, and a shot from distance by the number 6 Isaac Mullen, which is taken by the wind and goes out quite harmlessly.
It's interesting to see how Playford City go about it. Same as what we saw with Campbelltown the last round. They sort of looked a little bit more happy in possession, but Patriots, just once they win it, they're pretty efficient in bringing the ball forward, and you can sort of see how quickly they're able to muster up a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, no, good point. 5 minutes gone here in this RA NPL match between Campbelltown City and Playford in white. Here's Tabarez with the ball now inside the Campbelltown City's half. Shows too much to Javin Wealik, and Campbelltown come away with it. Here's Mark Marino. Chip over the top for Josh Morley to chase, and he gets it despite the tensions of Sean Harvey. Playford again look to clear the lines. It's a throw in for Campbelltown. Adam Liam Bruno with it. James Boffa on the far side. Javin Wealik. And they switch the play nicely. Here's Adam Liam Bruno. James Karachi. Retaining possession very well, not letting Playford have a chance, but now they've had a gamble, chipped it forward. Target was a Pyatt, didn't quite get to him, and it's gone out by Playford throw in the far side, which Ethan Allgate will take. Back underway. Liam Bruno. Chips forward, looks for Josh Morey. Morey gets to it. His touch is just a wee bit heavy. And Daniel Ryan has it now for Playford. Tabarez is chasing. He's got Samuel Voigt in the middle. He opts to hold up play, waits for support. It comes in the form of Daniel Ryan. Is in the box now, a little chip forward. The outside of his foot, but easily collected there by Matthew Santafanti in Campbelltown's goal. And Playford showing a little bit on the counter there.
Yeah, we've sort of seen them launch a counter-attack a couple of times already. Tabarez, especially when he finds himself with the ball in that last attacking third, he's dangerous because he's got the ability to stay on it and just create a little bit of space for himself. And despite the fact that Campbelltown are pretty comfortable in possession, and that seems to be the way they like to play, you can never be too comfortable because Playford are just ready to pounce like it looks like they are here.
Ball comes out wide to Daniel Ryan. Got a few options in the middle, but they're all taken. Javin Wealik slips and allows a little bit of space for Samuel Voigt. Gets to the bar line, he cuts it back. His target was Samuel Voigt. His target was Tabarez, didn't quite get to him, but Playford still have it, just enjoying a little bit of possession now.
I've been talking so far about Campbelltown looking comfortable in possession, but Patriots with the attack there looked very, very comfy, especially holding the ball in the last attacking third there. Often you sort of see teams start to panic and just try to get that shot off at goal. They definitely weren't in any hurry there.
If you've just joined us, we're 8 minutes in, and on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard, it's nothing each in this RA NPL match between Campbelltown City and the Playford Patriots. Throw in by Braden French. It's long, goes into the middle, flicked on by Samuel Voigt. Tavares was the target, never got to him. Napaya comes away with it now. He's muscled off the ball, but not illegally, according to the referee and assistant. And it's a throw-in the far side, as indicated by Tom Brinkworth.
It's interesting to see Campbelltown launch a quick counter-attack there. They've been a little bit more patient with it early on, but with a bit of pressure from Patriots, sort of just opting to spring into action quickly there.
A little bit scrappy in the middle there, but eventually James Boffa wins the free kick and takes it quickly. Here's Javin Wayalek. Harvey Steele goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Slightly off balance, doesn't quite get the clearance right. Playford have it. Here's their captain, Sean Harvey. Ben Woolard. And they go all the way back to their goalkeeper. And still have it. Woolard. Long ball, Tavares will get to it, but it'll be offside if it... Nah, it's gone out. He would have been offside.
It's interesting to watch how Patriots go about it. They're very, very patient in both absorbing those attacks from Campbelltown, and even the way when they do get the ball and they do have possession, they're very, very patient with it. I have the privilege of watching them in the State League 1 Grand Final against West Torrens Bacalla, and again, Bacalla can be a little bit chaotic at times.
James Karachi with the ball just at the edge of the box. Sorry to interrupt you there, Simon. Mark Marino has it. Doesn't quite get the space for the shot. Alex Mullen now. He's a good 30 odd yards out, but that wouldn't put him off. Maury with it now. Apaya. And Playford really compressing the space there, and they come away with it.
That's a good example of what I was just talking about. The patience there, even under attack, they're very settled.
Final ball not quite right though, and Campbelltown have it. Yeah, so you were talking about West Torrens Bacalla in the State League 1 final before I interrupted you.
No, that's right. It was a taking opportunity. I interrupted us, which is worthy, I think. But yeah, West Torrens Bacalla can be a little bit chaotic at times, but just the way that Patriots dealt with that, and we're sort of seeing some glimpses of that early on, both in attack and in defending positions. They're just really, really patient and not too much chaos in a really, really good way.
Santiago Tavares goes to the ground clutching his right ankle. He's won the free kick. A little bit of dissent from the Campbelltown City players as they maybe query an earlier decision when they felt the free kick should have gone their way earlier on, but not going to change the ref's mind. And Ben Woolard is over the ball. Dead centre of the pitch, really. But they are going to kick it out wide to the left. It's cleared by Wayalek. It comes to Josh Maury. Maury still has it, despite the tensions of Isaac Mullen. He goes long, but they've given it away, and James Karachi has it now. Out wide to Mark Marino. Cuts inside. He'll have a shot, I think. He does have a shot. Ooh. But it's a great stop by De Souza in the goal. And it goes out for a corner kick. Wouldn't give Mark Marino too much space, to be honest.
Yeah, no, he's very dangerous. As soon as he gets a sniff, he's off. But even Josh Maury as well, you saw him sort of win it further back. And when he's got a bit of pace behind him and he's got some momentum in his run, he's just really dangerous and sort of had the footwork to match, even though he was sort of a sprint and able to open up an option. I was impressed with Karachi's involvement with that as well. Seems like he's going to be pretty instrumental on that left-hand side.
He certainly had plenty of the ball in these first 14 minutes, and he's got the corner kick now. 2 hands up. Don't know what that means.
But they all do it.
We'll find out in a minute, Simon. There you go. It means penalty spot.
It means here it comes.
Yeah. He gets a second crack with his left foot. Nice little chip into the middle. Cleared by Playford. And back to Karachi again. He's everywhere. Tries to cross into the middle, but he's crossing into the wind and it didn't quite get there. And Woolard comes away with it now on the far side for Playford, but he's got little support. And Alex Mullen gets a toe in. Concedes a throw, but holds up the play. Job done.
Yeah, Tabaris was sort of floating around well in front of him, but probably would have been a bit tricky because he was competing with at least a couple Campbelltown players surrounding him.
Ball pops up in the air. Goes out. Throw in the far side. Xavier Pratt with it. Goes line. Here's Tabares. Strong in the ball, still has it. He's beaten 4 of them. He's in the edge of the box. And the referee, Tom Brinkworth, has awarded a penalty for a foul on Tabares by Alex Mullen after Tabares beat about 4 players in his way through.
Looked like a bit of a rubber man there, just getting around players.
Did really well, to be honest. And Mullen, no argument about it from Alex Mullen, so...
Yeah, I think it was unfortunate there because pretty close to the edge of the penalty box, but I mean, we know Alex Mullen is captain and he's not afraid to get some heavy involvement and make a tackle where it needs to be done, but unfortunately there, Tabaris quite content to hold the ball for as long as he could and potentially try to just draw that foul.
A little bit of questioning from Matthew Santafanti in the goal there as to placement of the ball. Penalty taken. And inside the corner there, lovely take by Isaac Mullen. Scored 3 goals last week. And that's his 4th for the season from the penalty spot. And Playford Patriots find themselves 1-0 up on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard.
4 goals in round 3 already. And the game's young. It's not a bad way to go, but I guess the hat-tricks weren't hard to come by for Playford last week against Parry Hills.
Yeah, no, they had a field day, and you do wonder, that with the week off with the Australia Cup, if that interrupts the momentum or not. If you come off the back of an 8-1 win and you're playing immediately the week after, you can carry that momentum in, but it's a 2-week gap.
I get the feeling for Playford though, just with the experience that they have, and even just the way they go about it, very calm and composed. I could totally see that, but I think if anyone could deal with a week off and come back strong, I think it'd be Playford.
Here they come again. Here's Santiago Tabares. He's got the better of Javin Way Alec. Ball breaks into Braden French. Here's a shot and it's not far off. And Playford look like they mean business.
Tabares looks like he means business tonight as well, specifically.
He does. A real threat.
He's very dangerous when he finds a ball at his feet. Content to both take a defender on and open up something for himself or to give the ball off. It's going to be pretty difficult to deal with, you feel. Here he is again.
Yeah, here he is again. Edge of the box on the overlap. He's got Daniel Ryan. Chooses not to use him, but he does. In the end, Ryan gets the cross in the middle. It's back to Tabares. He looks for a bit of space, can't find it. And the shot comes in from Mullen. It's deflected and it goes out for a corner kick. And Campbelltown City at the back are at 6s and 7s just now.
Yeah, they're under attack. It's really interesting to watch Tabares do his thing there. He's got really good vision and just his sort of goal sense and just his ability to just know where the players around him and the options are is something that's really entertaining to watch.
Daniel Ryan makes his way over to the far side for Playford to take this corner kick. They'll line up with 3 players inside the 6-yard box and 3 players right at the edge of the D. They're around the middle, ball goes to the near post, but it's cleared. Comes back to Ryan. Goes out, he'll take the throw. Ethan Allgate with the throw in now. Goes line for Melad Ahmad. He gets his cross in, and it's behind the goal, harmlessly.
Yeah, Patriots will be really happy with the start they've had here, not only for that goal, but just the momentum that they've got at the moment. Campbelltown just looking like they're under attack and just need to switch things around.
Up higher with the ball. Goes out wide to James Boffa. Adam Piscianeri finds Alex Mullen in an acre of space. Mullen with the chip over the top. He's actually tried to chip the keeper. Audacious.
Oh, sometimes you just need the captain to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. If there's anyone on the field that's capable of doing it, it's Alex Mullen.
Yeah, right there. Way Alec with the head. Back to Mullen. Piscianeri. A little bit of space again. Just in the midfield. Playford have just allowed Campbelltown a little bit of space in the last few minutes. Karachi has it. Comes back to Adam Liam Bruno. Combines well. Gets a shot in, but it's straight at the keeper, although he didn't know much about it. It's going out for a corner.
Yeah, still had the element of surprise. He launched that pretty quickly, Liam Bruno. Got a little bit of flair to him, Campbelltown, when they do launch the attackers, particularly on that left-hand side. Young Karachi's pretty capable and confident on the ball.
Karachi. One hand up this time, Simon.
See what's different.
Same spot. Comes back out to Apaya.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Karachi again. Heads into the middle. Chip over from Steele, but it's gone out.
It's not a corner this time. I thought we were going to see maybe a third hand signal.
Souza with the goal kick, goes short as Playford looks to play out from the back. Adam Piscianeri to Alex Mullen. Mullen still has it. Finds James Boffa at the right hand side. Playford come away with it. Tabarez is about 3 miles offside. An easy decision for James Wachewski to make on the near side here.
Looks like Campbelltown trying to just dial up the pressure a little bit here, just to get momentum back. Just in the lead up to that goal from Playford, and immediately following those, they're looking really dangerous attacking.
Here's Josh Morey now, plays it out wide to Boffa on the wing. Chip over the top by Adam Piscianeri. Looking for Morey, didn't get there. And you sense a little bit of frustration there between the Campbelltown City players, a few of them remonstrating with each other. It's not quite clicked for them today. The first 5-10 minutes they looked good, but Playford scoring in the 15th minute. Penalty by Isaac Mullen has just unsettled Campbelltown.
Yeah, they were pretty comfortable from the kickoff, but just struggling to get things back on their terms at the moment. They do look a bit more comfortable when they tend to attack on the left-hand side. Just on the right, things just aren't happening for them, and there was another turnover.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, actually. I think James Karachi on the left has had more of the ball and more success with the ball than Apaya. Kubi in the far side for Campbelltown on the right wing, if you like.
Just the way they move and pass it on the side nearest to us is it's pretty cool to watch.
Yeah,
there's a lot of creativity and movement with it.
Yeah,
it's very pleasing.
Here's Apaya. His first touch is a wee bit heavy. He might not get there, but he does win a corner.
He's very quick, but it just doesn't seem to be the key on the right-hand side for them at the moment.
Corner kick in the far side. James Karachi. No hands up this time, Simon. Cross comes in. It's right near the keeper, and it's easily and comfortably grabbed by Robson D'Souza. And away come Playford. Melad Ahmad in the middle. Looks for Tabarez, the danger man. But Adam Liam Bruno gets a foot in for Campbelltown.
Yeah, it looked like he had Tabarez covered in that instance. But Playford's still in possession here and trying to create something.
Mark Marino tried to find Apaya, didn't quite work out again. And Campbelltown's understanding between players, again, a little bit suspect. Playford have it. Braden French robbed by Liam Bruno. And here's young Karachi now on the left-hand side. Cuts inside, weighs up his options, finds Mark Marino in an acre of space and receives the ball back. Campbelltown work their way down the left-hand side, and then the cross comes in finally, and it ends up with Apaya at the edge of the box. Marino not given an inch of space there by Playford's back 4 or 5. And here it ends up with Tabarez. Way Alec maybe just a little bit too strong. It challenges legally, and Campbelltown have it. Still have it. Josh Morey making the way towards the edge of the box. Goes to Apaya on the far side, makes his way into the box, has a shot, it's low. Ooh. And just past the far post.
Marino looked very close to it. The build-up was pretty interesting to watch there as well. Again, that sort of originated from that left-hand side where we said they were having a bit more success. Liam Bruno and Karachi seemed to be the key. Then Morey floating around for support. The wind's caught that one. Whoops.
Mullen. Matthew Centofanzi pumps it long. Liam Bruno. Mullen with quick feet, but he's crowded out.
Tavares uses his body really well there. He has on a few occasions already.
Yeah, he's strong.
Very strong in sort of just his balance and the way he uses his body, his positioning. Quite good. Well won.
Yeah, Adam Pishineri finds Mark Marino. Goes out wide to Apaya on the far side. There's a cross. Good cross.
Ooh.
Playford clear. Only as far as Alex Mullen.
Thought he was winding up to launch that for a second.
Yeah. James Botha with it now. Comes back to Harvey Steele. Way Alec. And they contrive to lose it again and Playford have it. Here's Tabarez. Isaac Mullen with the through ball. Samuel Voigt makes his way into the middle, crosses just beyond Braden French's reach. Goes out.
Dangerous turnover there, but sort of leading up to it, Campbelltown looked like they had a little bit more confidence again and just potentially just managing to get the momentum back in their favour. But as we saw earlier from Playford, it only takes sort of one opportunity to turn things over, then they can launch a dangerous attack really quickly. And it's be a long throw in, I think.
Braden French with the throw.
There it is, right into danger.
But Way Alec gets his head to it. Xavier Pratt, and it ends up at the feet of Isaac Mullen, who has a shot from distance, but only succeeds in hitting the guttering in the Joe Natale balcony.
Yep, someone's just lost their beer there, I think. The Barbie smells like it's cranking.
It does.
Last, David.
It smells really good. Although I did have something just before we started, so I knew that I would end up compromising myself if I didn't. Throw in for Playford in the far side. Isaac Mullen. And it came to Ethan Allgate and went out. Throw in for Campbelltown.
Still a bit of an arm wrestle this game.
It is a little bit, yeah. I mean, I think it's opened up a little bit in midfield in terms of there seems to be more space there, little gaps. Playford have just left themselves exposed a little bit in midfield, I feel, and Campbelltown have taken advantage of that. But at the end of the day, it's what you put in the back of the net that counts, and Playford have done that one more time than Campbelltown. But yeah, for me, there's just been a little bit of a gap in midfield for Playford. If they need to plug that, because with the likes of Alex Mullen there, and Pishineri, and Damien Morey when he drops, and Mark Marino when he drops, Campbelltown have the option to take advantage of that generosity, if you like.
Just the lack of efficiency for Campbelltown's maybe been a little bit disappointing as well, like particularly when they have a bit of ball on that left-hand side and how well they can build things. But I guess maybe it speaks to how solid Playford are at the back, that they can just sort of sit, absorb and take care of things.
Ben Wheeler wins the free kick from Josh Morey there. Nothing in it really, just a tangle of legs. And a Playford free kick on the far side. The Playford started the season with a 2-1 loss at Croydon. Santiago Tabarez scored the goal in that game, but then of course round 2 smashed Para Hills 8-1. So that result has given them a spot 4th in the table with just 2 rounds gone. Right enough as Tabarez gets the ball at the edge of the box. Oh, heavy touch, and it's gone out. But yeah, it puts Playford in a newly promoted side, of course, in 4th spot on the ladder, whereas Campbelltown with 1 draw and 1 loss sitting 10th. You could argue this is more of a must-win for Campbelltown as you go into round 3. You don't want to go into round 3 without a win under your belt.
Yeah, especially given that after this game they would have played 2 games at home already.
Yeah.
Interestingly for Patriots, Fernandez is on the bench today, and I think it's the first time he's actually had a spot in the side so far this year. He's very capable of finding the back of the net himself. It hasn't been required, and he wasn't required, despite that goal fest last week. But
yep.
Playford find themselves not able to take any more advantage of things, then that might be something to do to switch things up in the second half.
As we see Josh Morey make his way into the penalty box and win a corner. Yes, you're right, Christos Penendez and Charles Mayen come into the squad, the Playford Patriots squad, this week. I mean, Ben Moore hasn't really changed much of his team. Jackson Curtis has been dropped. I'm not sure. I think that might be an injury, and Xavier Pratt's the player that's come in for him. But no other changes really right across the squad, as well as Christos Menendez coming in, and as I mentioned before, Shaul Mayan. No other changes, but why would you if you've come in off the back of an 8-1 win as the corner comes into the middle? Mullen did get his head to it, but it's been cleared.
Well, even looking at their squad for that grand final game at the end of last year, it's very, very consistent, and given what they've been able to do already in the first couple of rounds, you can't really blame them when there's quality there. Do you really have to mess with a good thing?
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, exactly. If you're onto a winner, you don't need to change anything. It's interesting watching FK Beograd on Thursday night. I was at that game, and obviously a side that's struggling just now, and they made some wholesale changes to their squad that you've got to when things aren't going your way, I suppose. That's not the case for Playford.
It's a tricky thing, though. You're taking those new players, and it takes a bit of time just to make the team gel, and it's got to be tricky for a coach.
Yeah.
I mean, you could speak to that, like how you're going to be thinking if things are taking a while to gel.
It's a little chip over the top to Barres.
Oh, wow.
And well, it'll be interesting to see what decision is made here by the referee, because Way Alec, you could argue, was the last man. But I don't think the trip was intentional. I think maybe Tabarez has run across him, has been clipped. But it's a booking for Javin Way Alec. Playford have a free kick.
Yeah, it may not have been intentional, but from where we were here, it did look very, very late. Just the way Tabarez went down as well. And so, he had some clean space in front of him.
Yes, I'm trying to be diplomatic in I mean, who would be a referee? Certainly not me. A difficult decision to make, in front of a vocal crowd there, pleading the case. But I
mean, the timing's such a tricky thing. No matter which angle you're looking at, you can get a different read on things. But the way Tabarez did go down.
What can save you there is if you're judged to not be running towards the goal. Maybe it was felt that he was running at an angle away from the goal. That could possibly have saved him there. Not sure. Either way, we have Ben Woolard over the ball for Playford. I would imagine this is floated in towards the penalty spot. Oh no, it's shot in directly and it's gone straight in. What a goal. That's Daniel Ryan for you. Who saw that coming, Simon?
He backed himself in. Even when it just about found the back of the net, I didn't quite believe it.
I was utterly expecting a cross. I mean, they were set up. That's one off the training ground, isn't it? They were set up for a cross in towards the penalty spot, and players running in, and he's just caught Matthew Centofanti right off guard, and Playford have a 2-0 lead. I wonder 37 minutes gone.
I wonder if that was the plan initially, to catch the runners, and he's just decided last minute to find that little spot, because he really tucked it in, and Matthew Centofanti just didn't have any chance to get a hand to it in the end. It's a really well taken free. And
I didn't see that coming at all, I'll be honest.
I felt like maybe we had a delayed reaction to it, because it found the back of the net, and I sort of didn't believe it initially.
No, didn't see it coming at all. There's 11 Campbelltown City players out there who didn't see it coming at all either, to be honest. But that was a great free kick. One off the training ground, I'd say. They all lined up as if there was going to be a cross. It just looked that way, and then he just found that little space at Centofanti's near post, and Playford are 2-0 up. Here's Karachi. He had swapped with Apaya. Karachi had gone over to the right hand side, but they must have swapped back. He spent about 10 minutes on the other side, but he's back over on the left now, young James Karachi, and he wins the free kick.
They must trust that he's pretty handy from the spot, given that he's been taking the corners from both sides, and he'll be lining up this free, and I guess it's a similar sort of mirror image of what we saw at the other end.
Chip to the back post. Pye gets up. Way Alec gets up, as does Alex Mullen, but the header, I'm not sure who said it came off in the end, but it goes wide.
Scoreboard's looking a bit concerning. 2-0 down at home, just over 5 minutes shy of half time for Campbelltown.
Yeah, Campbelltown just going through a little bit of a period of club transition, I suppose, just now with the departure of Michael Matriciani last year to Melbourne City's women's team. Daniel Mullen coming in, just finding his feet. New players as well. This is quite a different team from last year. Just taking them a wee while to get into the swing of things. I mean, they opened up with that 3-0 loss to Metro Stars. That's going to be a difficult one to recover from anyway. Metro Stars are really obviously a form side, and you can watch them on the FSA League's channel immediately after this, but don't go anywhere yet.
Well, that one doesn't start till 7:30, so you still got heaps of time if you want to see this game out. Then catch that one at TK Shuttle Reserve, which, I don't know. Do you think we might be making a cameo down there?
I don't know. I think we'll head down anyway, and after this, and at least enjoy each other's company, if nothing else.
We might have worked up an appetite by then, if this smell from the barbecue below us is gonna continue. Don't
get distracted, but you've got to get down. You got to get down there. Javin Way Alec now for Campbelltown goes back to his goalkeeper Matthew Centofanti. It's a chip over the top, one for Maury to chase. He might get there. De Souza's out quickly, clears it. A sliced kind of way, and it's a corner kick, which I imagine James Carocci might take.
Let's see how many arms he holds up this time. Yep, he's
done 2, 1 and none, hasn't he?
And they've all landed roughly in the same spot anyway.
That's it, yeah.
He's scored none again.
It is a different corner though, it's gone to the back. Alex Mullen heads it back into the middle. Breaks to Aaron Piccioneri. And eventually to James Boffa, who has to deal with an awkward bounce, but he gets out to Carocci, who's on the right hand side after having taken that corner. Makes his way into the penalty box, hits it with his left foot, has a deflection, comes to Mullen, he heads it back across the goal.
Oh.
And an offside given against Mullen as he went for that second header.
Looked like a really good strike initially from Carocci. It was sort of hard to tell from the angle where we're standing how it sort of was heading in terms of direction to goal, but impressive off of the left foot there.
Here's Liam Bruno to Mark Marino. Doesn't quite turn right, and Braden French comes away with it. Samuel Voigt. Oh, Braden French with the received it again, didn't quite get his body around it. Campbelltown breathe.
Yeah, I think they were potentially saved there by maybe some over-eager footwork. Only a couple minutes away from half-time. It'll be interesting to see how Campbelltown come out for this second half.
Here's James Carocci.
God, he's good on the ball, isn't he?
He is good, I think.
He's definitely one of the players that we got our own this afternoon.
Little chip over the top. Ball goes all the way through to the goalkeeper. Souza collects it. Samuel Voigt makes the pass over to Daniel Ryan. Ryan still has it. Tips over to Melad Ahmed on the far side, but he's offside. And the uncontested kick goes Campbelltown City's way. Harvey Steele now. Little chip over the top to nobody really. And Playford have possession. Melad Ahmed still has it. Has Tabarez in the middle. Gets the pass to him. Way Alec gets the ball The bench is cleared by James Boffa.
Tavares was ready to be sneaky there and bounce on a loose ball, but not to be. Patriots playing with a bit of confidence again.
Yeah. Daniel Ryan. Karachi has it. Back to Liam Bruno. Pass was a little bit short. Campbelltown still managed to come away with it. Centofanti now goes long. Xavier Pratt there. Playford makes his way in the middle, but Campbelltown win the ball again. Here's Josh Murray. And I apologise because earlier on I did call him Damien. Not for the not for the first time. It's a bit of a habit of mine, and I apologise, Josh.
What year is it?
I know. But I'm old enough to remember his father at his peak.
Well, that's what happens when you make that much of a mark on South Australian football.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, you're being very kind to me, Simon. I should at least get the players' names right, but even when I get them wrong, there's a good reason for it. That's what you're saying.
Celebration of the Murray name.
You're a good lad. You can hang around. You can hang around with me longer. Josh Murray now goes out to Apaya on the far side. A little bit of fancy footwork, but ends up going back to James Boffa.
Just on the topic of the Murrays, do you think you ever would have seen Damien in pink boots?
Oh, I can't imagine so. It took me a long time to... I remember when coloured boots sort of made their emergence as Mark Marino just makes his way out to the left-hand side. Liam Bruno back to Marino. Ball comes into the middle. Alex Mullen holds his opponent off very well, but doesn't get the better of him, and Playford come away with it. Careless pass by Samuel Voigt. Marino has it. Now it's Mullen. Back to Steele. Yeah, I was just going to say, I remember when I remember the first players at the club I was playing at bringing coloured boots in.
They were wingers, weren't they?
I just remember we gave them such a hard time for it, and I think they were just like still predominantly black, but maybe had a red trim. And we gave them such a hard time for it, and then of course within 4 years we all had white and blue, and the colours were all fairly neutral and pastel to start with, you know. But they soon exploded into all sorts of unnatural looking hues. Here's Samuel Voigt now with the ball at the edge of the line, at the edge of the byline. Goes inside, finds Isaac Mullen, receives it back, gets his cross in, hangs up in the wing. Pop back down, Millard Ahmet was at it, Tavares was at it. I think Xavier Pratt also had a swing. Braden French. Little miscommunication among the Playford players. Ball eventually comes in. Tavares gets his header in, but it's quite tame. 2 minutes into additional time here. Playing at the referee's discretion. I can't imagine there'd be much additional time.
No, it's been pretty continuous. I'm just thinking just a few moments ago how Voigt was left on his own for a moment there, despite having two Campbelltown players in real close proximity to him, and he was almost able to mount attack for Playford there. It sort of maybe sums up how things have looked a little bit for Campbelltown's defence this half.
And there it is. Referee Tom Brinkworth brings proceedings to a close on the 48th minute. And on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard, you'll find the Playford Patriots are leading 2-0 as a result of a goal in the 15th minute from Isaac Mullen from the penalty spot, followed by a Daniel Ryan goal on 37 minutes. We might go and get ourselves a little cup of tea and a scone, Simon. What do you think?
Sounds good.
How did you? Any comments about the first half? Are you quite happy just to close it at that?
Look, it's been a bit of an arm wrestle. There's been some really nice flashes of flair from Campbelltown there, but just not able to take advantage of anything. Just mistakes coming back to bite them. It was really interesting as soon as the whistle there. Adam Pictionary launched the ball, and a few frustrated-looking Campbelltown players at that point. So
yeah, I mean, you can see actually in the body language as they leave that some of them are a little bit Well, they look a little bit uncomfortable with the first half. I suppose that's a kindly way of putting it.
Yep.
For me, Campbelltown have looked good going forward. Maybe not quite been clinical in front of goal, but a little bit messy at the back, which is how we've seen them over these first 2 weeks. They still haven't quite got it right at the back, I don't think. But Playford will be going in quite happy with a 2-0 lead. And I think...
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Labasso, a nice run forward, only him and Bartuli, and just couldn't quite get there.
What's the save?
Wins the corner though, but Bartuli. Usasa sends it into the area, and it's Vaughan. Leaps in and tips it over the crossbar, and if he did not, that was going to rock that net.
Those lines of Tavares. Head in, turn, cuts it to Voigt. Voigt with the touch inside, hits it, and that's a great save from Delingas.
Jason Konstantinopoulos one-on-one with Lazeka. Kristen Konstantinopoulos with a shot. Late tackle maybe, but great save there from Barbaro. One final chance for the Blue Eagles. It's a good ball in. It's got a flick. It's got a second one, but that's an unbelievable save from Sebastian Matosevic. We said Oscar Moore's man of the match, but he's kept 2 goals out that were clearly going in the back of the net.
He's made some unbelievable.
Headed away only to Metro Stars though. Edge of the box here, Visser. Now Gow with a little flick. Visser back in the box, and then the finish by Hamish Gow to get them 1-0 up early on. What a goal.
Oh wow! Oh my god! That was insane! What a way to equalise!
By Murati, only as far as Mullen. Mullen hits it with the outside line. Can you believe it? Mullen with a second outside of the right boot. Mine's going to take it, and he does. And he picks his spot, and he finishes with a bomb. And that's his hat-trick, and the 8th goal for Playford to make it 8.
Castelli being to it by Caden. Now finds Anthony Costa, top of the box, goes with his left foot. Anthony Costa gets a second. He's got a brace in the first half, and he's taken Adelaide Croatia into a 2-0 lead at half time, David.
It's a beautiful finish. He just picked his slot out perfectly there, but gosh, Neograd have just left themselves exposed there.
On the back of the announcement of the celebration of football, Football SA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on a team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with Football SA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Can they do something here? Plays out to Panagakos, and it's Panagakos! What an absolute cracker! Alicia Panagakos kicks off the season for Adelaide University.
And I mean, if Elisa keeps the play rolling instead of just turning around,
Have a shot. It's gone in. Tom and Bonner and Distos, we were talking about just a minute ago, has had a very good last 20 minutes just come right into the game. Hopefully this is 1-0 up.
Goes to Yamada. Good turn. Needs to find an option. Might even look to go for herself. Nini Yamada! Makes it 3-2 for West Adelaide. 20 minutes left.
Such a quality player to have in this competition. Long shot there by Notridge. It's gone in! Well, it was just a speculative effort by Notridge, and it looked like Elliott never picked it up, and Comets have taken the lead.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. A place to start small and feel 10 feet tall. To have fun and laugh, to build confidence from the ground up. A place to belong. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
We all play the same game. The pitch may change, but the stakes are the same. The ball we desire, the moves we admire. Because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Man United like home football.
It's always been our goal to move into State League.
Here it's a very family culture. There's a sense of oneness between the Resies, 18s, seniors. Everyone just feels like brothers.
You know, it's like how they say, you train the way you play, but actually when you rock up game days, we actually play like our heart is the last thing that's left, you know what I mean?
I'm loving it. Really good culture, really good environment. It's going great so far in the preseason.
About culture, you know, we open the door, every culture comes to mix to us.
Ghana United will be a club that can play football, simple football, a good football, that we will be in the next couple of years moving to the NPL.
Very thrilled, very excited.
Expect to see some rainbow flicks. That's what makes us Ghana FC, man.
To make its way through to Nicola despite the deflection. Here's Hazelwood, who does well to control the ball with the head. Hazelwood storming into the area, tries the shot, great save. And that should give Elliott a bit more confidence. He's done really, really well there. That ball was travelling.
Here's Hood, just needs to finish, gets it past Murphy. Needs to have some sort of hit. And Murphy manages to backpedal and make the stop.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
I think Atletico is being built on 6 pillars. It's about respect, about community, fairness, development, technology.
Atletico is become a family, a big family.
This club's got a lot of opportunity to grow. There's a lot of potential here with all the players and the boys, and it's just like a very good place to be at.
We want to be competitive. We want to drive and develop our culture. We've gone out and we've got a few experienced players. I mean, I've gone and got a very good goalkeeper. We've got a really talented Argentinian guy and a couple of older players.
We're a good quality of boys. All the boys are already in a few weeks, they're getting really close.
We want to make sure that everybody that plays at this club feels that they're getting the benefit of our coaching group.
We literally do what we preach, which is let's just play.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Welcome back to Newton, to the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre here for the second half of this RAA NPL match between Campbelltown City and Playford Patriots. I'm your host David Grant, taking you through the next 45 minutes. Alongside me, Simon Jimenez. You like that, Simon?
That was very nice.
My pronunciation's getting better and better with every time. A wee bit of a false start there as substitute Josh Baresi gets us underway, so there's been a change to Campbelltown City's lineup, which we'll confirm shortly. But we are back underway. It's 2-0 here in the One World LED Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. 2 first half goals for Playford. Isaac Mullen in the 15th minute and Daniel Ryan in the 37th minute. It's Campbelltown looking a bit rattled, especially at the back. I think we felt they've kind of just been a little bit messy at the back, not quite got themselves right there. As we see again a little bit of a scramble as they try and clear the lines and play out from the back. But Playford find themselves 2-0 up, and Playford, of course, coming off the back of an 8-1 win against Parrells Knights 2 weeks ago, and carrying that momentum on. One did think that, with a week's gap because of the Stewie Cup, that Playford might not have been able to carry that momentum through, but that's not been the case. Playford Patriots emerged after the old Elizabeth City club went into administration at the end of 2000. The Playford Patriots were founded then. The South Australian Soccer Federation at that time put them straight back into the top tier rather than the old State League. And they did win the Federation Cup in 2001 in that first year. And here they are, 20 years later, up in the top tier after winning promotion last year and enjoying a great start to the year. A loss in their opening game and then that resounding win in the second, and if they carry on in the second half as they did in the first, you would expect they might do okay. Simon Jimenez, how are you? How's your cup of tea and scone at half time?
Warmed me up just a little bit, which is necessary given the breeze is a bit cooler. Who would have thought that yesterday was 39 or whatever it was, and today we're searching for the jacket at half time.
Yeah. Well, I've got mine, but you forgot yours. We have a Playford player down, injured there on the far side. I'm just trying to work out who the substitution is that's been made for.
Well, two that I can see for Campbelltown. Baressi's on, and Anthony Piccioneri are on. So
they made a double change at half time.
At least two changes that I've noticed there. It was first I was a little bit surprised to see Baressi there and lining up at front, given that most of their struggles have sort of been in the defensive area.
I can't actually see James Carocci out there, can you? Maybe he's the
That's interesting.
Yeah, that would be a bit of a surprise, because I felt James Carocci had a good first half and had offered them something down that left-hand side that I can't see him out there just now. So it looks like James Carocci is maybe one of the players to have come off for Campbelltown.
Yeah, we're singing his praises at half-time actually, but I guess maybe it's just to move things around and maybe bolster the back, but yeah, Carocci was really, really impressive in that first half.
Corner comes in now, it's near post. Attempt to flick on, claim of a handball there from Way Alec, but it's not paid attention to, and the cross comes in again. Mullen doesn't quite get his head to it, and it's cleared by Melad Ahmad for Playford. Playford looking to close that space down quickly. Campbelltown have it.
Be interesting to get a bit of a closer look at Ahmad this half. He was opposite side of the field to us in that first, but I did see him have a couple of late involvements in that half. He's a little bit closer now. We have to get a bit of a closer look at him.
Josh Baresi now flicks it through to Adam Piccioneri. Eventually it comes out. James Boffa with a throw. And the other player I've noticed now, or worked out, that's come off for Campbelltown was Kwabena Apaya. So Daniel Mullen has made the changes at half time, which is basically a change to the two wingers as Playford come forward now. Josh Morey challenges for the ball, but Playford still have it. It's fed out to the side, but Daniel Ryan and Braden French has it, gets his cross in, but it's blocked. But yes, so the changes for Campbelltown are is in the width. It's the two wide players. James Carocci's come off, and Kwabena Apaya has come off as well. So the left and the right wingers, if you like, have come off, and Josh Baresi's gone, and he's a more central attacker.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Apaya, he sort of didn't have a lot of luck on that right-hand side during that first half. He's had a lot of pace, but just didn't manage. Yeah, it just wasn't.
Final ball was lacking.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what Campbelltown can do in terms of their attack with a couple more central options there. But again, I thought probably defensively would have been where more of their challenges have been.
As the corner comes in, cleared but not convincingly by Campbelltown. A fine chested ball by Isaac Mullen, out to the far side. Too many Mullins out there. And eventually collected by the goalkeeper Matthew Centofanti for Campbelltown.
1, 2, 3 Mullins, including the coaching staff for Campbelltown.
Yeah. It was a fine chested ball by Isaac, but the attack broke down, and in the end, it's a throw in the far side for Playford.
The first half did admittedly have a few sort of quiet moments where it was a bit of an arm wrestle between both teams. I mean, some flashy moments for Campbelltown, but not the finish. Playford have been effective.
Centofanti just gets a clearance away as Tabares comes racing in. And here's Marino and Ethan Allgate. And Mark Marino, I think, is the player who's just earned himself a booking.
He hasn't done himself any favours there. He wasn't pleased with the call. There was a bit of a wrestling match.
He's cut a frustrated figure for me throughout this match, Mark Marino. He's the body language, and as well as anything else, has sort of shown that he looks frustrated and with the way they're playing or the way the game's going.
Yeah, that's a fair observation. I did see him again as they were going in at half-time. He was one player that looked disappointed, but he's just looked maybe just a bit lost at the moment. Just hasn't really managed to insert himself in this game in any real effective way.
Here's Josh Morey on the far side. Lots of space in midfield again. We were making comments about that at half time. And the midfield kind of opened up as the ball comes through. It's Baresi gets out to Marino. Marino goes back to Baresi. Baresi pressed back by Ethan Allgate, but they still have it.
Actually, one comment you made at half time was about the size of Karachi. Baresi's quite a different look for the attack. He might be the tallest player out there and already seeming like a bit of a presence out front there for Campbelltown.
He certainly received the ball plenty of times, hasn't he? Well, there's a target there, and he's won it again. A little chip over the top. Look, he's not, let's be honest, he's not the quickest player out there. He doesn't offer the same sort of speed that James Karachi has, but he does have a large physical presence. He's very strong in the ball, very tall. He'll win anything in the air as well. So, and he seems to have been deployed in a central position there with Morey and Marino out wide. Essentially looks like a 4-3-3 to me, but it's always hard to tell when they keep moving around, Simon.
It's a bit of a narrower version of it.
That's how it looks to me. Yeah,
without the Karachi speed is sort of, that's maybe more a traditional quick winger sort of thing. It's
Tabares wins it for Playford. Samuel Voigt with it now. Flicks it through to number 6, Isaac Mullen. He's clean and goal. Shot. I think that was a save.
Yeah, it took
the view was slightly obscured. By that by the floodlight there, but I reckon that was a save by Centofanti, wasn't it? It's going into the corner.
It looked that way for me. That was another real example of what Patriots have managed to do so far today. Just become really dangerous. I like the way Tavares held things up in the middle and found that option. Very nearly could have been the back of net for Mullen there. Looking at Centofanti there, and he's trying to direct his Campbelltown defenders, but just, I don't know, things look a bit confused back there.
Playford take the corner kick anyway. Whipped into the middle there to the back post by Daniel Ryan for Tabares, but he couldn't quite get above it. And another substitution for Campbelltown here. They're bringing on Brandon Centofanti, and they're taking off Javin Way Alec.
Well, there's their defensive move.
Just try and work out how they line up, what the formation is. I find it's always a wee bit easier to work it out when they don't have the ball. You know, like when they've got the ball, there's all that movement, the formation changes during that transition, and when they don't have the ball or are facing a goal kick, it's always a wee bit easier to work out what they're doing. I think they've got 3 up front. I think it's a 4-3-3, but we'll try and confirm that. Here's Santiago Tabarez. Opts to go back to number 14, Xavier Pratt. Comes, it goes out. Campbelltown had the throw, and again have lost it cheaply. Here's Pratt again, making his way towards the edge of the box on his right. Has a shot at goal, stopped by Centofanti and pushed out for a corner kick.
Voigt was floating around there. I thought that he might have been the option to go for, but backed himself in to take the shot, and Centofanti called into action. You made a point earlier about the goal that was scored from the free kick, that it looked pretty well drilled, and I even noticed the last corner from Patriots looked like a nice creative set piece there, so I'll be interested to see what Patriots do here, if they do opt to put it in the danger zone or try to do something creative and very pre-planned with this.
They have had a couple of moves off that look like they're off a training ground. Here comes their corner kick, but that's an orthodox one, goes near post. And the target was Isaac Mullen. It's gone out for a goal kick. And they've played out already before their teammates, never mind their opponents, have got into position, so I'm still not clear what the formation is, but here we go. Centofanti now at left back.
Definitely been some confusion at the back, because I did notice towards the end of that first half they started sort of bombing the ball long, whereas they usually favour to play it out from the back. So I don't know, maybe just the defenders just second guessing themselves, and just as they try to sort of get momentum back.
Sean Harvey, the skipper. Playford still have the ball. Heading towards the middle. Here's Samuel Voigt. Chip over the top from Melad Ahmed. Campbelltown come away with it. Josh Morey was the target. Never got to him. He's still looking for it. But Playford have it in the far side. Daniel Ryan crosses into the middle. Oh! And it broke to Xavier Pratt, who hit it in the volley but blazed it over the top. But Playford Patriots look good.
They're a very cohesive team. We'll talk about this at half-time as well in terms of like standout players. There's been a lot of them for Patriots. I think they've just gelled quite well. It's sort of been their crisp passing and their movement that have opened up things for them, as well as, you know, a couple of mistakes from Campbelltown at various times. But here come Campbelltown.
Chip over the top. Morey chasing. Cleared by Ben Woolard though.
That's a little bit of a different look for Campbelltown. Morey's sort of taken that place where Karachi was on that left-hand side.
Threaded through into the edge of the box. Cuts it back. Ahmad with a shot. Oh, what a beauty! That's some strike by Melad Ahmad to put the Playford Patriots 3-0 up on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard.
Ahmad was just floating there. I think no one realised that he was there. I'm not sure if the ball took a deflection on the way in, but he just found himself in the right spot. But that's been Patriots all afternoon, really.
They gave him, Campbelltown offered him an acre of space as well. Santiago Tabarez was the player who missed the cross as it came in, but it fell to Melad Ahmed from about 30 yards out. 25 yards out, whatever it is.
They've just got him covered.
Placed it beautifully, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, what an afternoon for Playford Patriots. And gosh, Campbelltown, who'd have thought?
They're just being made to work really, really hard, and Patriots are just stringing things together really cleanly and just really efficient. I wouldn't have bet that you'd see the State League 1 champions 3-0 up at this stage.
Here's Morey. Chip into the middle. Target was Mullen or Marino. It breaks to Baresi. Comes to Marino. Strikes across. Playford back, defending in numbers and really compressing the space very well.
It's looking really cohesive, Patriots. If they can continue this sort of form into this NPL season, they're going to sort of maybe be a bit of an unexpected contender. Just watching Patriots bench warming up now. Be interesting to see if they make a change in our end. You'd think so, especially that they have got a bit of a buffer at the moment.
Baresi was looking for Maury, didn't get there.
Desperation showing a little bit now for them.
Harvey Steele finds Mark Marino on this near side. He's harassed by Ethan Allgate. Campbelltown still have it. Marino tries to get out to Maury, but it's cleared by Braden French for the Patriots. Breaks down for Campbelltown again in midfield. Here's Tabares. They're backing off. They're backing right off. Tabares still has it. He's still going into the box here. Has his left foot shot. Oh. Campbelltown just leaving. They're just backing off, aren't they? Just leaving that space.
Yeah, it looks like they're a little bit lost at the moment. They're trying to raise the tempo, but just making mistakes along the way, and Patriots just so well set up that when they do make those mistakes, they're just ready to pounce. Tabares had all the time in the world to make that shot there.
You sort of wonder why he didn't get his shot in earlier. He just wanted to keep running, but I think he was probably so surprised that they were all backing off so much that he just got to a spot where he wasn't sure what to do. And just at a camera shot here, James Boffa is leaving the field for some attention to a little knock he's picked up on his right foot, the heel by the looks of it. So we're about to get back underway, but Campbelltown are down to 10 momentarily. Centofanti in goal now. Play it from the back. Baresi, target in the middle of the park there. Here's Maury. I think he's onside. He's not. It's been given against him. Didn't get the shot on target anyway, but offside. Score remains 3-0. Playford Patriots way.
We're talking about the formation earlier. Baresi looks like he's sort of dropped back a little bit. But having said that, they haven't had a lot of chances, Campbelltown, so if they want to make something of it, you sort of need those numbers. That temp's dropped a couple more degrees, hasn't it?
How's you in your t-shirt and your shorts, mate?
Yeah, no, it seemed like a great idea when I left the house.
When did you leave the house? Yesterday afternoon when it was 38?
I was surprised last night. I think at 10 o'clock at night, it still felt... Oh, God, what's happening here? Anyway. Actually, I did check the temperature last night. I think it was like 33 degrees still, when I was on the way home at about 11 o'clock. So, something's happened along the line there.
Playford just enjoying a little period of possession here, but final ball just lacking, and it comes to Josh Baresi. Campbelltown now. Forced out wide by his opponent, Braden French. Yeah, these games rescheduled after a heat wave hit South Australia over the weekend. I can't remember when this game was originally meant to be played. Was it yesterday? Was it a Saturday game?
Couldn't tell you, to be honest.
I was originally down to cover it, but I can't remember what day it was. I'm sure it was Saturday yesterday, but it was, and it was an afternoon kickoff as well. So Harvey Steele guilty of giving the ball away there, really, and clean through in goal. Samuel Voigt. But out to close him down quickly was Matthew Centofanti. Playford now playing with all of the confidence in the world, making their way in towards the edge of the box here. Just a little bit scrappy. Baresi ends up with it. He just doesn't have the space. Playford was closing them down. 3 players there to close them down. And another substitution being made here.
The space seems to be the thing for Playford. They just cover it so well, and when they're going forward, they've always got options moving into space and just support always on the way.
Joshua Brackey is the player who's come on, and I think it's a straight swap for James Boffa, who's gone off with an ankle injury or a leg injury, as Josh Morey makes his way down the left hand side for Campbelltown. Goes inside Pictionary. Target was Marino. Pass wasn't good enough, and Ethan Allgate wins it for Playford. Here's Santiago Tabarez on the left hand side. Comes to Samuel Voigt. He goes to Isaac Mullen. Mullen threads it through. The target was Samuel Voigt again, who'd made the run into the middle. Pass a bit heavy. Campbelltown have it. Steele finds Centofanti. Chip over the top from Pictionary. It's not a bad ball for Marino to chase, and he's going to get it, but there's nobody in the middle. You'll have to wait half an hour for everyone to catch back up. The pass doesn't get there anyway. Xavier Pratt with the ball now. Solid tackle by Mullen. Josh Baresi now. Playford back off a little bit, and a little threaded ball through to Morey. Morey hits the ball in the middle. It's not quite held by De Souza. Baresi follows up. Playford come away with it.
Frustration's really showing for Campbelltown. Marino at times just looking like he's a little bit stuck in the mud. Saw Pictionary tackle that, just sort of looked like a bit of an afterthought, and just the body language for Campbelltown's just not looking good at the moment. And then on the flip side, Playford just looking really, really comfortable and content with where they're at the moment.
Yeah, no, they look good. Playford very confident. They don't look like a side that is in awe. And a stray ball there. Samuel Voigt's through in goal. He's only got the keeper to beat, and he does it with aplomb. He's put it away, and Playford have a 4-0 lead here.
Wow.
Jeepers creepers. 69 minutes gone. And Campbelltown are just a mess at the back, I'll be honest.
I've been watching Voigt maybe over the last 10-15 minutes or so, and he's just been a consistent menace right in the middle. He's just always around about, and there he just found himself in the, well, he put himself into the right bit of space there and just able to take advantage. And you've got to say with Playford, it's not any one particular player that's the standout. Just the way I think they're all working together and linking up is really impressive. I mean, you've got certain players that are doing really nice individual things, but it's just, in general, the way they're finding space and just exploiting Campbelltown, who are just, not looking good at the back at the moment.
Nah, I feel for Campbelltown, to be honest. They're a great club. It's just not working for them this time around, at this point in time. Hopefully they can change it, because they are a great club. But this is Playford's day so far. I mean, what we got, 70 minutes gone, 20 minutes to go, and Playford look like they'll keep scoring.
Well, Playford's sort of trying to write their own fairy tale at the moment. I think, 20 years since they were last in top flight?
2005, I think, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, 20 years. So, found themselves here again. It was a huge celebration when they won that State League 1 grand final and secured their spot.
And I know they have a tie to the old Elizabeth City, but ultimately that club went into administration, and this is a new club formed in, 2001, I think was their first year after Elizabeth City went into administration in 2000. So, they've got 25 years behind them now, and quarter of a century, if you like, and they've got the Federation Cup win in 2001, but they've only really had as Playford Patriots. They've only really had, 3 seasons in this top flight, this being their third. And an absence of 20 odd years. So maybe they're back and maybe they're going to make their mark. Maybe 2025 will be the Playford year, the year of the Patriots. I didn't quite get that out correctly or smoothly, but I knew what I meant.
It would have been epic if you did.
Here they come again on the far side through Braden French. He gets cross in. He will. It's just gone out. Goal kick. And a great piece of covering work there. I think it was Piscineri on the far side.
So 8 goals for Patriots last week, 4 so far this afternoon, and I guess their most prolific goal scorer still on the bench.
Who?
Fernandez, yeah. Former Golden Boot winner. Yeah. Sorry, I made you refer to the notes there.
I know, I was thinking, is he talking?
He hasn't
about?
Even seen, hasn't even been on the ground.
Christos who? That's what they'll be saying out there. But 4 different goal scorers today. Isaac Mullins got 1. Sammy Voigt's got 1. Daniel Ryan's got 1. And Melad Ahmed. 4 different goal scorers for Patriots today.
But going to the point we made earlier, though, it's sort of indicative of what a team effort it is, and just when they do go forward, there's always options there in space. I mean, it shows on the score sheet.
As Baresi gets his cross in, it's a good cross. Ooh. Mullen was the target. Mullen's actually judged to have fouled his opponent, and it'll be a free kick for Playford Patriots inside their own penalty box.
Might have been one of the best opportunities yet. There's a lot of desperation about Campbelltown now, but the sort of unfortunate thing is they sort of try to wind up the tempo. Patriots are just very happy to absorb it and hit on the counter-attack.
Another loose ball picked up by Tabares. He looks hungry, doesn't he?
And Voigt again just moving straight into the middle there, ready to support.
Josh Morey turns his opponent, gets a cross into the middle to Mullen. The ball didn't bounce kindly for Mullen, but he was fouled anyway. And it'll be a free kick for Playford at the edge of the box. Right at the edge of the box. Good spot.
Piscineri launched the ball onto the balcony there, and there was a bit of a reaction from the crowd.
Yes, there was. Well, we weren't too happy about that.
Patriots were able to make the most of a set piece in that first half. Chance to see if Campbelltown can do so here.
Mark Marino over it. Josh Morey over it for Campbelltown. They've stolen a yard or two. They've lifted the ball and moved it forward.
That hasn't gone unnoticed by the looks of it.
Yeah, a little bit of discussion now about where the ball should be placed, and Mark Marino just stole it maybe a yard or so. Tabares quite keen to bring that to the attention of the referee, Tom Brinkworth. It's a 5-man wall for Patriots as they face this. Free kick from Marino. It's on target, but it's straight down the throat of De Souza, who takes it easily and comfortably. And he rolls it out here to the near side. It's number 14, Xavier Pratt. Ben Woolard goes central to Isaac Mullen. Braden French on the far side, but it goes out. It's a Campbelltown throw. 15 minutes or so left for Campbelltown to try and get something out of this. But if they do, they'll need 4 goals against a very strong and disciplined Playford back 4. Both sides look like they're playing a 4-3-3. Joshua Brackey now for Campbelltown goes inside. Adam Piscineri finds Baresi. Baresi goes to Centofanti. Marino finds Mullen, gets himself into a bit of an arm wrestle there with his opponent Sean Harvey, the 2 captains, and in the end Harvey concedes the free kick. Marino's back over this one quickly. He looks like he wants to take it.
Alex Mullen always backs himself in a tussle, doesn't he?
I'd back him in a tussle, to be honest.
Safe bet.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of Mullen cousins too.
Yeah. Maury and Marino over this one. Maury runs over it. Marino goes short. And it looks like one off the training ground that didn't quite work. Certainly not in the same way that Playford's training ground exercises have come to fruition to date. And in the end, it's a chip into the middle. The target was Baresi, but it's comfortably taken by De Souza in the Playford goal. He goes long. Tabarez, nice little flick to Ahmed. Ahmad still has it. Goes into Isaac Mullen. Switching the play well. Playford, they've been doing that all day. And the final through ball, not quite getting to its target. Well intercepted by Maury. Baresi flicking it through to Maury in the overlap. But Ben Woolard gets the ball, wins it comfortably.
I think that set piece from Campbelltown just a moment ago was sort of a bit of a snapshot of how the rest of the game has been. You know, from the spot, Patriots had some success earlier and just looking very well drilled all afternoon long, and Campbelltown just things not gelling for them. It's just, yeah, just not quite there.
Second best, Simon, I would agree with you.
Yeah, I was struggling for a word there because they're clearly struggling this afternoon. You don't want to kick them while they're down, but just, yeah, I think they'll be asking a few questions at the end of today.
Some substitutions being prepared here as number 18, Jeannie Akpo, and number 9, Christos Punendez prepare to take the field.
Tabaris is it in the early minute.
Yep, Tabaris comes off, as does Xavier Pratt.
Great game from both of those gentlemen, although it's sort of been a great game for most of the Patriots team today, it's got to be said.
Yeah, it's been a fine performance from an ensemble cast, I would say. Playford, as a unit, have played very well. Josh Maury in midfield now, drop deep to collect the ball. Comes out to Joshua Baraki.
Murray's been working very hard today, but just things aren't happening for him. It's just he hasn't had that option to go to.
I'd agree with you. He's been all over the park. He's dropped deep to collect the ball when he's wanted to, or needed to, should I say. And Marino's been the same. He's dropped deep too. He finds the ball now at his feet, but he's not enjoyed his afternoon, has he?
He's just, yeah, he's been under real pressure. It's just, yeah, a very hard day at the office for him. Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of physical pressure on him. Just the ground that he's trying to get seems to be covered. It's, yeah. Playford making things very difficult.
Daniel Ryan now in the far side for Playford. Tries to make something up for Ben Woolard. It's cleared. And it's a Playford throw on the far side.
Only 10 minutes or so to go before I get to go get my jumper at a ground that's definitely cooled down throughout the afternoon.
Flicked over here. Campbelltown come away with it. Baresi. Morey's gone on an overlapping run, but it's crowded on that far side. He faces Sean Harvey. And rightly brings the ball across the midfield. There's a little bit more space. Gives it to Mullen. Tries to receive it back. Ball doesn't get to him. And eventually Playford clear. Brandon Centofanti now on the far side. Baresi. Being held but holds off his man. Comes back. Mullen trips at the wrong time. Baresi still has it. And a little back heel which doesn't quite come off. Mark Marino has it. Playford clear again. It's congested at the back. I mean, Playford had 9 players in the box there behind the ball. Resolute defending really by that group.
Just having a look at next week. Patriots will find themselves at home against Adelaide City, who, by the way, have a big night tomorrow night, the double header at home.
They do, with West Tornsborough colour. Long ball to the far side, Akpo with it. His first touch, really, I think, since coming on as a substitute, but 3 or 4 minutes ago. Gets his left foot cross in. And a little swipe by Christos Penendez wasn't far away. And it's gone out for a goal kick. This is a Playford Patriots side, though it's brimming with confidence. I think they'll go into this Adelaide City game next week, you know, in a positive frame of mind. It would be hard for them not to, having scored, 12 goals in their last 2 outings. Here's Akpo again, makes his way to the edge of the box, tries to get on his left. Toe pokes it with his right, and Penendez has poked it in and has been judged to be offside, so it's actually discounted. But I wonder if that was going in.
Well,
and therefore Penendez didn't need to touch it. We'll never know.
The 2 subs linked up, so it shows their depth when they, you know, can get themselves 4-0 up before having to go to the bench, and you got players that come on that are so capable of scoring. You know, let's not forget they managed to get 8. 2 hat-tricks and a brace between them last week.
Yeah.
Modbury Jets away next week for Campbelltown, Friday night.
Slack pass there by Pishineri, if I do say so myself. Actually, it might have been somebody else, but Ahmed wins the ball now. No, it was Pishineri. Campbelltown still enjoying possession. Well, they've got 7 minutes to score 4 goals if they're to get back into this. And against a Playford Patriots side whose back line has been solid all afternoon. Mark Marino dropped deep again to collect. That's Ethan Allgate marshalling him. Campbelltown still have it. Here's Adam Pishineri. But it's wayward. Collected by Centofanti.
I think Campbelltown tried to switch things up in terms of the attack in this second half. So a very different look from the first. But I'm interested to get your opinion. Who do you think has looked the better?
As the cross comes out the middle, sorry.
You're right. A goal there would have answered the question.
What was your question?
So Campbelltown's attack in the first half with Croce on the left-hand side compared to things being switched up a little bit in this second half. Who's looked the better in your opinion?
You mean which half has been better for Campbelltown?
I guess attacking setup.
Look, I thought when they had the width in the first half, when they had Apaya and they had Karachi, I thought, I'm not really sure why that was changed. I mean, I'm not a coach, and obviously the Campbelltown coaching group have got a lot more experience than I have, but I felt they still had something to offer by using the width like that with those 2 players that were very, very fast. Has Baresi done as much since coming on as Apaya and arguably Karachi were doing in the first half? I'm not really sure. He certainly had plenty of the ball, but the chances just haven't been created for Campbelltown in front of goal. I mean, I can't really recall D'Souza in the Playford Patriots goal having a save to make in this half. Can you, Simon?
No. To your point there, Bress, he's quite a presence at the front there. But then the other attacking players around him, I mean, Maury you want there. You want Marino there. It's a bit of a tricky one.
It is. That's why I'm glad I'm not coaching. But, yeah. They just, I honestly can't remember Robson D'Souza in the Playford Patriots goal having a save to make in this second half. He had a couple to make in the first half, but not so much in the second. It's another substitution for Campbelltown. It's Alexander De Saeto who's coming on, and Adam Liam Bruno who leaves us. 4 minutes to go on the clock. 4 minutes to go on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Thanks to our sponsors, of course, and the RAA. And that's an incredible throw-in by Mark Marino, straight to Christos Punendez with nobody near him, and Playford have the ball. Daniel Ryan has it, flicks out left to Ahmad, who scored the fourth goal, gets his cross all wrong.
How quickly did Playford get the numbers up there? Just Marino just directly to the dangerous Punendez, and the whole Playford supporting cast was just ready to pounce there. We were talking before about how quiet it's been for D'Souza at times, and Gentafanti at the other end's been the complete opposite. He's been very busy.
It's a subdued Steve Woodcock Sports Centre here in Newton. And a stunned looking Campbelltown side. As Samuel Voigt, who's had a field day today, makes his way forward, passes to Punendez as a left foot shot, puts it over the bar. Although I think Matthew Gentafanti probably had that covered. And another substitution here for Playford Patriots. On comes Jaila Ajak.
I mean, there's been at least a couple of opportunities missed, the Patriots here, but it's just the way they're moving it forward and attacking. They just seem to be doing it at will at the moment.
It's Daniel Ryan, the player that's come off. 3 goals last week, a hat-trick for him. Well, I say last week, it was 2 weeks ago, but the last league game, a hat-trick for him. And a goal today.
It's pretty hard to pick a standout from Patriots, but I think he may be one of them.
Yes, I would agree with you. And here come Campbelltown now. Maury on the far side makes his way into the edge of the box. Makes his way to the byline, changes his mind, gets his left foot cross in. Looked like it gone out, and it has. Linesman raises his flag. Bajewski raises his flag to indicate it was out, and it'll be a goal kick for Playford. As we enter the 44th minute. Punendez now ducks at the last minute. Comes off Harvey Steele, goes out, Playford throw in. Ethan Allgate now with the throw-in. Finds Ajak, the substitute. Goes inside to Ahmad. Now it's number 6, Isaac Mullen. To the far side. Akpo with a shot. And Ahmad has a coming together. Piscineri.
Akpo's a really nice option to have on that right-hand side. A late addition to this game, but he's certainly got some flair about him.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, he's looked impressive since he's come on. Maury uses the body well and still has the ball at his feet. Doesn't have a lot of support up front, but he does have Mark Marino, who's got the ball now. Marino has a shot. Doesn't quite get it right. Goes out. Goal kick for Playford.
Well, you've got to give it to both Maureen, even Alex Mullen, who was in the centre of that sort of attack. They haven't stopped. This late part of the game, they're really working. I think Maury especially, he's just been running hard, even 4-0 down at this point. He's just desperate to get something back. Just watching Maury now, he was just doubled over, so I think he may be feeling it now. Oh, there we go. Penendez playing some games. Campbelltown players not appreciating things.
Penendez did go to ground and lock the ball between his knees, which would have been frustrating for Campbelltown players, I would say.
What did I do? That's a pretty good what did I do.
Yeah. Apart from the obvious, what did I do? 47 minutes down. Playing at the referee's discretion now. We haven't had that many injuries in the second half. There was a couple of stops for goals, obviously, but I reckon Tom Brinkworth will bring proceedings to a close fairly soon as Baresi picks the ball up at the edge of the box. He tries to flick it through. He's looking for Maury. It didn't come off. And the ball rolls out harmlessly. And again, Robson De Souza in the Playford Patriots goal has to retrieve the ball from behind the goal, which is pretty much all he's done through the second half.
I just saw a check of the watch. I think that final whistle's pretty close.
Any opinions on who's been among the best out there? Simon?
It's really tough, so my opinion could probably be swayed pretty easy, but I think Ryan, one of them. I've been really enjoying watching Voigt find space in this second half.
Akpo gets a shot in and an unconvincing stop by Centofanti, really. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah, Voigt, Ryan, Tabares. There's been a lot.
Yeah, Coach Ben Moore will be pretty happy, I think, with the performance today as he high-fives the bench.
Ahmad's been great as well. You said earlier it's been an ensemble performance. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. I don't think there has been a real standout, really. I think they've just played really well as a team.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, if I had to pick four best players, I mean, their back four have been tremendous today. They just haven't given Campbelltown a sniff, especially in the second half.
Well, I think that's very true.
And there it is. 90 minutes done and dusted here. Round 3 finished for Campbelltown and Playford Patriots in the RAA, proud sponsors of football in South Australia. It's finished 4-0 on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. A 4-0 win for Playford on the back of an 8-1 victory 2 weeks ago in their last league outing against Para Hills Knights. Playford looking very good. I mean, that's 12 goals in 2 games. I mean, they started their first round game was a 2-1 loss to Croydon, but they haven't looked back since then, have they? 2 wins on the trot, 8-1 and 4-0, very convincing. And they'll be going into Adelaide City's game next week, full of confidence, I would say, Simon.
And so they should. They'd be very, very pleased with their effort this afternoon. Just like we kept saying, just so well rounded. They've really just really exploited Campbelltown, which just didn't not have anything for them this afternoon, unfortunately.
Campbelltown, for me, midfield, there was just lots of gaps in midfield. They still haven't got it sorted at the back. The back line just isn't convincing. It wasn't convincing in round 1, 2 or today, so a lot of work to do there for them. Anyway, we better pack up and head. You're going to head over to TK Shutter Reserve for the next match. Metro Stars and
I've just turned off the laptop so I can't see the fixture.
Croatia Raiders.
That's right.
Yeah. We'll pack up and head over
15
there.
minutes down the road.
Yeah. So look, don't go anywhere, folks. All your games are on the FA Leagues channel here on YouTube. Head on over, give yourselves a little bit of a break, go and have some dinner, and then come straight back in about 40 minutes for Metro Stars versus Croatia Raiders with your host Mark Talbot over there.
Bring a jumper and we'll see you there.
Yeah. But that's it for us. Thanks for hanging out with us for the last 90 odd minutes. It's been fun for us and fun for Playford, but not so much fun for Campbelltown. But I'm sure they'll be back stronger at some point in the future. But we better sign off for now. Catch you later.
See ya.
Adios.
Adios, amigo.
Yeah.